They named that ship the Onrust, which means restless. None of us knew how far this project was going to go, although when I committed to it, I knew it was going to take a lot of my efforts and energy, but it is this energy that keeps us going.
No one in 400 years has built a 17th century Dutch ship. It's the first shipbuilding project where we're using authentic 17th century Dutch shipbuilding techniques.
The biggest cost in a project like this when you're starting out is getting the right materials. The American white oak, and there's tons of it that goes into this ship. All that wood we collected locally. We got trees that people wanted to get rid of in their backyards. We got trees from the cemetery.
One of the particular pieces is a 400-year-old oak that came from the Sisters of St. Joseph at Carondelet.
We had this swamp white oak down in our meadow. This is on the National Registry as being a tree that's over 350 years old. And about 2006, it got struck by lightning and it exploded. The Onrust is going to be a floating museum of Dutch history. Our tree is going to be part of that history.
I never thought of sailing anywhere on the ship. I was just there to help with the construction. And one day, I'm standing on the deck, and I wanted to go someplace. And they put up a sign looking for volunteers, and for some reason they picked me. And generally, I'm the tillerman, the person who steers the ship.
You have an incoming call.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Dom. This is Greta.
Hey, Greta, how you doing?
Good. How did the move go?
It was great. We did it over 3 days. We started on Monday. About 20 of the volunteers showed up.
With this ship, we show the 17th century methods and techniques that the Dutch used to build their ships, which in itself is a very fascinating aspect.
And this couldn't have happened 10 years ago because only in the last 7 years did those shipbuilding techniques get rediscovered.
What I've got here is a Dutch-style hinge. It's known as a nail pad hinge. This one doesn't have the holes punched in it yet, but it would normally have 4 holes, and there'll be 4 nails set into that. And it takes most of the weight of the door from any direction.
When you flame bend wood, what you're doing is you're softening lignin, the protein in the wood, to make it soft, pliable, and flexible. And that's how you bend it.
Looks good. The Dutch came up with a very unique way to make sure that they didn't come apart. They created a wedge system.
These are trunnels. Trunnel is a tree nail, and that's actually what holds the planking to the futtocks. And when you put the trunnels through, you actually put an arc in one, which is like a wedge, and then there's a peg that goes in, and you drive them in, and then you peen the ends on, and it works just like a rivet would on steel.
Gonna do tarring. John made this little vessel to pour tar in.
But we did it the traditional way. We're actually melting tar.
It's a very important chapter in the American history, the relationship that the Dutch colonists here had with the Native Americans. It made sense that we did something, either like an exhibit or a project like the Onrust.
Yeah, well, the Dutch their motto is there's nothing that we can't do. They look at a problem and they find a solution to it. And they don't stop until they find the solution.
You have to take a risk in life once in a while. and that's really incredible to me still today, is how much you can accomplish by just giving it your best and working hard at something and getting something back.